What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices: the ability to faithfully settle in the life that has been set out for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So look, the title of this video is going to be on the fact that a lot of people see you. A lot of people know who you are. A lot of people are very aware of what you do. But again, a lot of these people often have commitments, to their past. Like, they have commitments that they have to abide by to still, have that connection to the past. But again, that's why I believe the life is a figure eight. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to understand how to coincide with each other, because in real life we're connected to each other. You feel me? Without even realizing it. I feel like the level of thinking and the connections that distort our perception keeps us, separated from each other. Like, I really truly believe that, the gangsters, the a lot of the, men from the hood with good logical understanding of how certain things work can also be sitting in offices with corporate people. But again, you got to be able to get them labels out of your head. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to understand that we're all connected as one. But the world is going into a phase where it's still a lot of separation, because the things that were easy to hide amongst people are now being on full display. So, if a person has deep-rooted animosity towards someone that they feel don't belong in a certain position, they're going to express that, and it's going to compromise that person's insecurities if they have them. You have to be strong in who you are. That's how you find the balance of the world. That's how you bring the people back together, so that, you're able to understand that, life is a big figure eight. We're all connected. But oftentimes, like for me, for example, I had to pull away from, the part of me that was committed to a certain lifestyle, because we were disagreeing. We weren't able to, get along and understand each other. So therefore, in order for me to know who I am, I had to pull away from that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're still in a certain mindset where you have to be committed in a certain type of way to be able to, stay attached to that lifestyle. You got to think a certain way, you got to be a certain way, you got to operate a certain way. If you think anything outside of that, you no longer belong in this group. It's like a mental gang. You know what I'm saying? And now you're so far separated from how we think and operate that we are going to disown you. And so that leads you to have a disconnection between, the side of you that, was once connected to majority of the people around you, because now you're in the side of you that was lost for a long time because you were connected to a certain group of people that thought a certain type of way. But when you find yourself, that means balance, wisdom, and knowledge in both sides. You know what I'm saying? That means you're able to not be biased, judgmental, and able to take each other's gifts and insight and be able to figure out how to make them work together. There is no jealousy, animosity, But again, like I said, there are deep-rooted things that people have been able to hide because we were able to get away with a smile on our face, you feel me, and presenting like we rock with these people, and the spirit was really truly hidden. But now, since it's able to be seen full face value, you can't hide that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost as like, again, like I said, it's causing a separation. You know what I'm saying? My culture people that's, function in the hood, think a certain way, I feel like they in the house. You know what I'm saying? Simply because they're healing. They're learning to, understand a different side of them that was otherwise dormant or asleep. And so now that they're waking up to what's truly going on, you know what I'm saying? They're able to be like, okay, now I could go outside and be able to fit in a world where maybe they think a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they operate a certain type of way. Because if you really, truly, honestly, really think about it, as human beings, we're all interconnected at some point. You know what I'm saying? The separation is caused by the beliefs that we've been taught and how we see people and how we think about them. You know what I'm saying? And so again, that's the only thing people be having commitments to a certain side of them that they not ready to let go, to figure out the balance in the other side. You know what I'm saying? It's like going on a map quest on an adventure you've never been before. But in order to even get there, you have to detach from the side that don't want you to be there. Because then you're going to open your mind up to a certain way of thinking that they're not yet comfortable with. But once they realize and wake up, you'll start to see, okay, cool. Now I can go and kick it back with y'all. Now I can go be around y'all now because we have the same level of understanding. We're not stuck in the past thinking one way. We're able to take that thinking as well as mix it with a newfound way of thinking, and we create something together, you know what I'm saying, to where we all fit together. And that's the thing right now. I'm in a disagreement with the old version of myself because we can't seem to understand each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm too far gone from what they know and what they've been led to believe. So it causes a lot of disruption. But once we balance them out and understand, listen, we are allowed to be in the same spaces, you feel me, with other people that think different from us. We just have to figure out what stops us from being able to fit in those spaces. And usually it's us believing and thinking about ourselves in a way where we don't feel like we're able to fit in those spaces or get along with those people. So we shut ourselves off and we only stick to one group. You know what I'm saying? And anyone who gets too far off that path or deviates from it, now it causes a disruption. You feel me? Now I'm funking with the people that I grew up to love, simply because, again, they're healing and I've moved on past it. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, it's a figure eight. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody will grow to be able to understand the level of knowledge needed to survive in a world where it's so deeply separated. But there will also be a lot of people that, you feel me, understand you don't got to completely cut off, you know what I'm saying, the old version of yourself. You can figure out how to mix it into the new world, but it's all about opening, understanding, and gaining wisdom. You can't do that if you're still stuck in a certain mindset. You know what I'm saying? If you're still stuck in a certain way of thinking, and anytime you try to break out and think a different way, you can't, because there are a million people that don't want you getting too far from what they know. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to basically know yourself to be able to set yourself free, to open yourself up to receive wisdom. Otherwise, you stay stuck in a certain way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's about always having a free mind. And you got to be able to control that by setting yourself free. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't dislike them people. I actually think they some of the most dopest people ever. But we in disagreement right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I tend to think one way and they tend to think another. So they're in a phase that I've already passed already. You know what I'm saying? But again, you really think about it, it's really an infinity loop for real. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about just healing, growing, and understanding each other so we could be able to come together. Everything I'm doing is not, you feel me, exempt from anybody else being able to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just the level of healing that you're allowing yourself to do, you know? So again, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.